Hello class, I'm Dr. Larry Tyler. I will be the professor of this course, the Gospel of John, and I would like to introduce myself to you in this welcome video. A brief personal biography. I've been married for over 44 years to my wife Sandy. We have 5 children, and we will have 5 grandchildren here in the fall of this year. Since my daughter is pregnant. My hobbies, I like playing golf. I like watching the Georgia football game since I got my undergrad degree at University of Georgia. I enjoy studying the Bible, exercising, and just being with friends and family. My testimony, I was saved when 9 years old. As a child, I was raised in a Christian home, had Christian parents, and was convicted of my need for a Savior. I knew I was a sinner. I could not save myself. I could not be good enough. And I needed Jesus. And I asked Him to come into my heart. When I was 9, I was convicted of that. And I never had any doubts in my entire life that I was very sincere and totally understood what I was doing. So I was saved at an early age. Credentials, first of all, this is a second career for me, teaching. I retired from the state of Georgia. I was in administration at the Medical College of Georgia at the time. That school's changed names since then, since I retired. But at any rate, I was able to start part-time. They started a satellite Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary in Augusta, and I got started that way. Eventually retired early and moved to North Carolina and finished my Master of Divinity and PhD in Biblical Studies from Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary. I've been teaching, when I started teaching here at this school, it was called Piedmont Baptist College. It's now Piedmont Divinity School at Carolina University. And I've been here this fall will be 20 years. And so when you see this welcome video in the fall of 2026, and maybe after that, if I teach it other times, I will have been here starting my 21st year this fall of 2026. And I've been preaching part-time. It's my part-time job. I do actually preach every Sunday, but I cannot be a full-time pastor. So I've been doing that for about 18 years, actually. Let's move along to introducing this course. If you're a brand new student, never taken any courses at our school, you may want to go to to support.carolinau.edu for help to get familiar with e-learning, because all of our courses are presented through e-learning on our website, so when you register to a course, you will have to know about e-learning. So do that if you are not familiar. The lectures, all of them are pre-recorded. They're pre-recorded. Mine are YouTube lectures, and links are put into the course when you take it. And when you go into the course, you can see them in the menu under Overview or under Resources. Every course has a check-in quiz that's kind of to make sure students are active in the course, so you really aren't able to start the course and do the assignments and access it until you do a check-in quiz. It doesn't count toward any grade. It's just to make sure you're active, and so make sure you answer all of the questions in it, and then you will have access to the course. Make sure you acquire your textbooks quickly, because we'll have reading assignments every single week, and you don't want to get behind. And that's quite a bit of reading in the assignments, so you don't want to get off to a bad start. So go ahead and order those as quickly as possible. Also, that in the week 1, the very first week, you'll have a reading assignment for the syllabus 2, and it's due on Thursday by 11:30. So you make sure you read it and submit that assignment by 11:30, stating that you actually did read it and that you understand it. Students are to use only the school email addresses. You should have already been told this if you've been accepted, but don't use your personal email addresses, but always go to your school email address to handle school business, whether it's for this course or administration or whatever it might be, register. You use your email address and look in there, see if somebody's contacted you, or use it to contact our school. And every week we'll have a discussion forum, and in the first week, normally I have student introductions where you introduce yourself to the class, and so the original post is due on Thursday at 11:30, and then you need to respond to at least one other student's post by Sunday in week 1 at the end of that first week. Actually, Sunday's the first day of the week, but in our weekly assignments, it's the last day. The first day of the week is Monday, the last is Sunday, when you have to have all the assignments completed. And now, the last slide, you get an idea about the content in this course, the Gospel of John. This is give you an idea of the content we'll cover. We'll look at the introductory and background of John's Gospel, authorship and dating and purpose for writing and different things like that. Then we'll look at the prologue, chapter 1, and testimony of John the Baptist. Then in the first chapters 2 through 12, you see 7 signs or 7 wonders that 7 of many that Jesus did in his ministry. And then we see chapters 13 through 17, the farewell discourse, where Jesus shares this with his disciples right before he is crucified. And then we'll see his trial and his crucifixion, the resurrection of Jesus, resurrection appearances of Jesus in 18 through 20. And really, chapter 21 gives the last of his resurrection appearances, at least in John's Gospel, and it gives an idea of what it means to follow Jesus. And there's only really one real motive, and that's because we love him. And so that gives you an idea about this course, and again, welcome to it, and I look forward to having you in this class.